Hey, my beloved, Demontre Cole here. I just want to share this video with you to confess, to tell you just what's been going on in my head. For people who may not know, I suffer with severe depression and ADHD, and I also have PTSD. So I have a lot of things that are attacking my brain all at once. But I wanted to come and share with you some important information about my life, and I hope by me sharing this, I can encourage someone to keep going. I wrote this poem entitled, "Does Your Closet Have Dragonflies?" Does your closet have dragonflies? And let me tell you, a few days ago, I got a call that a friend of mine had died from stage 4 lung cancer. Every time I talked to my friend, she was always optimistic. She was always hopeful that she would make it out of this. Although in pain a lot, as she shared with me, she still kept faith and she hoped that she would somehow beat this. And when I got the news, I had literally just left the gym. So I'm leaving the gym and I get the call. And I just find myself thinking all day about her death, thinking all day about life. I thought, this is a time, I gotta go for it, I gotta go for it. Life is too short, I can't waste it. If I don't make it, if certain of my dreams don't come true, it's okay. At least I tried, etc. And then I start thinking about my life, what I've been through. And I just got so weak to the point where I was like, is this all what life is going to offer? Is this everything? I just didn't want to deal with it. And I found myself sitting down, pondering, thinking about writing a letter to anyone who would find my body after I committed suicide. That is where my mind truly was. And it's hard to say that, it's hard to admit that, because anybody who knows me, I don't want to die. I want to live. There's so many things I want to see and so many things I want to experience. But I had gotten really low. I had gotten so low that death to me seemed reasonable. It seemed like that was the easiest thing to do because nothing was going to change. I'm going to still be black. I'm going to still be living in poverty. It was so overwhelming to my brain and I just could not focus. So I remember saying to myself, writing the letter to whomever discovers my body to cremate me right away, because I didn't want people staring at me. I didn't want people looking at me. It was hard. It was hard. There are nights that I can't get sleep. And I literally just be wanting to sleep, trying not to self-medicate, but I just want to get sleep. And you often can't get sleep because you're nightmares and I'm dealing with night sweats. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to sleep. But nevertheless, my friend, she stayed on my mind because again, I thought that she was going to make it. I thought that she was going to pull through. And somehow I started thinking that I wasn't good enough, that nobody had really ever loved me, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I've never been in a relationship with a woman nor with a man, because I am bisexual. But it was just tiring because nobody had really loved me in the way that I wanted to be loved. Everybody who I ever was interested in only wanted sex from me because I'm 6'6", so often my height, I feel, is my worst enemy, but it's my blessing at the same time. But yeah, and I was really tired. I was really tired, and I just didn't want to live anymore. And I remember specifically saying in the letter that whosoever should find my body, cremate me right away and give my ashes to my mother, because I wanted, even in death, for her to know how much she had failed me, how much I had tried to love her, tried to understand her, but the damage that she had placed in my head and my heart, it was already there, and there was nothing I could do to change it but take my life, because that's all I saw in that moment. It's not easy. It's not easy because I want to live. I want to live. I want to live, and I want to see a world of art and beautiful music and poetry and the ballet and the orchestras, the symphonies. I love all those things. But I'm tired. There are days that I am just so tired of putting one foot in front of the other, never getting anything out of it, consistently reminded that you are black, you are going to struggle. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. So I said, I'm going to go and get a haircut. I'm going to dress myself up, and I'm going to take a bunch of pills or something. So therefore, when someone would find me, I would be presented okay. And I hate that I got that low, that the only thing I saw was death. I hate that I only could see death. I hate that I just want to not feel consistent pain all the time. I just want to know that somebody loves me and that I am loved by people, because when you are raised the way that I was raised, you are in constant need of always seeking validation, always wanting someone to notice you. And then you often go and you look for all of this love, all of this in the wrong places. And I have been around. I was very promiscuous with men, with women. I did my fair share of drugs. I partied. I had fun. But I was so lost, and I was so lonely. I was scared. But mainly, I just wanted somebody to love me, man. There is nothing. And everybody who I loved, everybody who I was interested in, they didn't want to be seen in public with me. They only wanted to be seen in private with me, and all that was in my head, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I just didn't want to think about it. So yes, I thought that I was going to commit suicide. I was going to allow myself to not feel any more pain again. I was going to allow myself to not feel anything anymore. So yeah, it was hard. But I'm better now. I'm in a good place right now. But it's an everyday struggle for me, because I feel like once I put one foot in front of the other, something else happens and I just seem to can't get to the next level. I can't get to a place where I'm consistently happy or not always so sad or whatever. But the fact that I really sat and I planned how I was going to do it, it lets me know that I got really low. And it is a place I don't want to be. But because of my PTSD, because of that trauma that lives consistently in my brain, that's where I was. And it gets so tiring because I'm a good person. I'm a good person at heart. I have a caring heart. I give. I love God. But I just want somebody to I want somebody to tell me that they love me, and that everything about who I am, everything about me is okay. I don't have to change who I am because I love you just for you, Demontre. And I don't often feel like that I've gotten that. I haven't gotten it from my mother. I haven't gotten it from my grandmother. I haven't gotten it from my father. So I looked for that love in the bed of other women, other men, and I found myself in some really bad situations. In 2019, after my father died, I was raped at gunpoint by a man who I trusted, somebody who I really cared about, that I did not know did drugs. And I was in the bed sleeping, and he walked into the room and he got on top of me and he put the gun right at my temple. And I was already dealing with a lot because my father had just died in August. This happened in November. But I got up and I went to work the next day. And I want to feel like I'm enough. I want to feel like somebody just enjoys being around me. They enjoy being around my company. And oftentimes I don't feel that. And when I get to these moments where I'm just getting really tired and I don't want to die, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I really want to live. I want to live for love. I want to live for my art. I want to live to create. But it just really, it's been hard. It's been really, really hard. And there are days I get scared that I'm going to lose this battle with PTSD, especially if I don't get on some proper medication so I can be more functional in my everyday life. But when you have a lack of resources, that's what unfortunately happens. But yeah, it all started with the death of my friend. It was just, that just started coming through my head, and before I knew it, everything else just started coming back. But the one thing that I was always sure of, that I knew, is that I would really love for the moment for someone to just tell me that they loved me, tell me that you are okay. You are you, and I love you for who you are. And again, I don't often feel that. My relationship with my mother, that trauma has haunted me. Even now, my relationship with my father, my relationship with my grandmother who is still living, those relationships have haunted me. And there are days I don't want to think about it. There are days I don't want to feel about it. So for me, death sometimes is the only option, although I would never do anything to hurt myself. I really want people to understand that. I don't have the guts to do it because every time I think about it, I just never can't go through with it. But PTSD is real. It is a real disease that attacks the brain. It almost like it tells me consistently you're not good enough. It tells me consistently you're not going to make it. It tells me consistently you are a failure. And those are the things I don't want. Those are the things that crush my spirit. So, again, I want to start making more of these videos because I think they're therapeutic for me too. But yeah, my friend, she was just the sweetest person. The sweetest thing since apple pie. So loving, so nurturing, and so optimistic that things would get better. She really believed things would get better. And when I got that call, between her death and thinking about my life, it just got a little overwhelming for me. And I just thought, what's the point? What is the point of living? Because, again, to have someone say they love you and you feel it and you know they mean it is something I've never really experienced, something I've never felt. I know I am loved by my friends and family, but it's a certain type of intimacy, type of love that I've never experienced. I've never had a guy friend or a girlfriend. I've never dated anyone, because everybody I came in cross with never wanted to date me. They always just wanted sex. They always wanted to take from me. They were not interested in getting to know me and who I was and my personality. All they cared about was sex, sex, sex. Oh, he's big and tall, he's a masculine guy, etc., etc. That's all they cared about. But I want to make these videos because I want to show my vulnerable side. I want to let people know, yeah, I have my masculine ways, but I do embrace some of my feminine ways when the time is right or whatever. But I'm not macho. I have some feminine ways about me. It's just in my nature. And probably because I was raised around women all my life. But yeah, I just want to know what that feels like to know that someone likes you and they love you and they don't want anything in return. They don't want anything. They just want to hold you by your face and just say, I love you, you know, you're enough. And I've never felt that before. And it gets tiring because there's a world of art and creativity that I desperately want to be a part of. But I fear that this disease is going to get the best of me one day. And that scares me. That scares me. Because I want to live. I want to live for my art, my friends, my family. I want to inspire people. I want to teach. I want to be a source of strength and light for people who are in the dark. That's why I wrote that poem entitled, Does Your Closet Have Dragonflies? And my closet has many. Yeah. But again, when you're tired, man, I just really thought she was going to make it through that cancer. I really thought she was going to pull through. And then to get the news that she had died. And dealing with my own depression and things. It just, I get really tired. Yeah. And I'm not looking for millions. I'm not looking for to be rich. I just want to be comfortable, take care of myself, my children one day. But I feel like, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? I really am tired. But I'm going to keep living. I'm going to keep living. I'm going to keep loving, because when I think about the people who I have lost, who are no longer here, but who did love me, like my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my teacher, Mr. Miller, those people are no longer here. And it seems as if one time, everybody who really did love me, they're leaving. Oh, damn. I do miss my grandmother. I miss the sound of her voice. I miss just going in her room, reading my poetry to her. I would sing to her. Yeah. I miss my dad, regardless of how I felt about him and the relationship that we didn't have. I miss my father. Yeah. I just get scared. I get scared that I'm going to get real weak one day. I get scared that this disease is going to get me one day. That I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to have, that I ain't going to have the strength to keep going. That's what scares me the most. Yeah. Because you just get tired, man. You just get tired of it. Just everyday struggle. You get tired. And again, the people who have loved me seem like they are going away, and I've been through a lot. I have been through a lot. And that's why I'm like, can I just get a year of just a little peace? Like, I don't have the energy to I'm just so tired. But I am going to keep living. I am going to keep loving. I keep saying it. Because there's a whole world out there that I'm trying to get to. Yeah. But I would love to experience that. I would love to experience being in love, and it comes back to you, because I've been in love. I have been in love. But every time I've been in love, it never reciprocated. It never came back. So, I would love to experience that love come back to me. But yeah. I just want someone to tell me that they love me, and I want to feel that they mean it. I want to feel that and I've never felt that before. Yeah. Excuse me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be vulnerable. I wanted to show my vulnerability and not let them know that I am a sensitive person. I do have feelings. I'm not always hardcore and as people think I am and dominant and all that. I am yeah. So I want to sign off and tell you to keep living, keep loving. I will do more videos like this, but I'm okay. I am okay. I had a weak moment. I had a moment where I got very low, but I am okay. I look forward to the next journal and continuing telling you my story, because it is one that I know God has brought me through. But before I go, I want to read some of my poetry for you. I have quite a few poems that I wrote. But I want to read this poem entitled Home, a poem for Sarah Bartman. Home. I can smell the birds of paradise. Their majestic colors, it reflects my beauty. My soul begins to mend past traumas I now transcend. Memories and dreams unite the beauty of the places I write. Home, a king protea is placed in my hand. Its strength, courage, and resilience helps me to Mother Africa's promised land. A land of plenty and peace where I can find inner release. Thoughts of hope and love and joy awaken my calm inner koi. Home. I feel ecstasies and freedom, the anticipation of excitement. As I kneel in thanks, I can truly heal. Home, the blinding sunlight shines on my cheek. As the Bari River washes away my pain, I can hear my Khoikhoi people speak. Home, my children, you must complete the quest. I am no longer afraid of the dark villain hiding in the shadows, for it is my time to rest. This is my new home. My love, I can freely roam. It feels like a new beginning, the sweetest thing I've been given. Home. He has come to lead me in, to show me what I've really known. Ancient lands, forbidden songs. Ancient lands, forgotten songs. My home awaits me. I've crossed over the river with my song of peace. The vessel that was my humanity held my pain. Now it must release. Home, for he has come to take me home. That poem was written by me. I love you. God bless you. I will be making a video again. Again, God bless you. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for hearing my story. Take care.